One of the biggest mistakes many women make after divorce isn't losing the house. It's believing they won because they kept it. I know it's a hard statement to hear, but after years in real estate and after walking through my own high conflict divorce, I've learned something. Sometimes the house you fought so hard to keep becomes the very thing that keeps you from building the life you really want. Let me tell you about a woman I'll never forget. When her divorce was finally over, she called me with excitement in her voice. Honey, I could relate. She said, "Tisha, I got the house." And you could hear the relief in her voice. Months of negotiations were over. The settlement had been signed. She had won what she wanted most, the family home. I congratulated her because I knew what that house represented for her. It wasn't just real estate. It was where she tucked her children into bed every night. It was Christmas mornings, birthday parties, family dinners. The walls held memories. And after everything she'd lost, keeping the house felt like keeping a piece of herself. And for the first few months, everything seemed to be fine. Then the phone calls started. Not because something had gone wrong with the divorce, but because life had started kicking in. The air conditioner failed. The property taxes increased. Insurance premiums went up. There was a plumbing repair she hadn't planned for. The roof needed attention, and suddenly there wasn't another income helping absorb those surprises. So for every unexpected expense came from one checking account, hers. And then she said something that stopped me. She said, "I thought keeping the house would mean I would feel secure. Instead, I feel trapped." That sentence stayed with me because the house hadn't changed. What changed was the responsibility. So I asked her a question, not about the house, but about her future. And I said to her, if someone gave you this exact house today, but also handed you every payment, every repair, every tax bill, every insurance bill, every maintenance expense that comes with it, would you still choose it? She didn't answer right away. Then she quietly said, "I don't know." And that was the moment everything shifted. She realized that she had spent months asking, how do I keep the house? She had never asked, what will it cost me to keep the house? Those are two completely different questions. This is one of the biggest myths I see during divorce. Women believe the finish line is getting the house, but keeping the house isn't the finish line. It's the starting line. Because once the divorce is over, real life kicks in. Now you're responsible for every payment, every repair, every maintenance decision, every financial trade-off. And here's what I want you to hear. I'm not saying keeping the house is the wrong decision. Sometimes it's absolutely the right decision. I've helped many women keep their homes successfully. But they didn't succeed because they kept the house. They succeeded because they understood what keeping the house required. And that's very different. The home could absolutely be one of your greatest assets, but it can also become your largest monthly obligation. The difference isn't the property. The difference is whether that property supports the future you're trying to build. So before you decide whether keeping your home is the right choice, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. 1, can this home comfortably fit into my financial life? Not just today, but 5 years from now. 2nd, if something unexpected happens, a job change, a major repair, a health issue, would I have the financial flexibility to handle it? And 3rd, is this home helping me build the future I want, or am I sacrificing my future just to hold on to my past? Those are decision clarity questions because they move the conversation beyond emotion and into strategy. So here's what I want every woman to remember. Winning the house is not the same as winning your financial future. The goal was never to simply keep the property. The goal is to build a life that gives you freedom, peace, and options. Sometimes the house helps you do that, and sometimes it doesn't. The wisdom isn't found in choosing one answer over the other. The wisdom is found in understanding the consequences of whichever decision you make. Because the house is the asset. Your future is the investment. If you kept the house, or you're trying to decide whether you should, don't make that decision based solely on what happened in the courtroom. Make it based on the life you want to build afterward. It's your girl Tisha, your real estate strategist of choice.